through judgment and knowledge. وَكَذَلِكَ نَجْزِي الْمُحْسِنِينَ. And in this way we reward those who do good deeds. وَدَخَلَ الْمَدِينَةَ عَلَى حِينِ غَفْلَةٍ مِّنْ أَهْلِهَا. And he entered the city at a time when the people, the inhabitants, were not vigilant. Time might have been early morning or during the noon, when the people, they are resting in their homes. فَوَجَدَ فِيهَا رَجُلَيْنِ يَقْتَتِلَانِ. Now he entered the city. Why? Because, he was living in the palace. And palaces are outside the cities. So from his palace, he came to the city. And when entered there, فَوَجَدَ فِيهَا رَجُلَيْنِ يَقْتَتِلَانِ. He found two persons fighting with each other. هَذَا مِنْ شِيَعَتِهِ. This was from his people, that is Bani Israel. وَهَذَا مِنْ عَدُوِّهِ. And the other one from his enemy, the Coptics, the Egyptian. فَاسْتَغَاثَهُ الَّذِي مِنْ شِيَعَتِهِ. So the person who was from his own people, Bani Israel, he asked for help. عَلَى الَّذِي مِنْ عَدُوِّهِ. Against whom? Against that one who was from his enemy. فَوَقَذَهُ مُوسَى. So Musa struck him with his fist. فَقَضَى عَلَيْهِ. And finished him. قَالَ هَذَا مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Actually he didn't intend to kill him. But one strike with fist, that was sufficient for him to finish him. So he said, هَذَا مِنْ عَمَلِ الشَّيْطَانِ. This is from Satan's doing. إِنَّهُ عَدُوٌّ مُضِلٌّ مُبِينٌ. Surely he is an enemy, misleader, manifestly. قَالَ رَبِّ إِنِّي ظَلَمْتُ نَفْسِي. And then he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, "Oh my Lord, I have wronged myself. فَاغْفِرْ لِي. So please forgive me." فَغَفَرَ لَهُ. So Allah forgave him. إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. Surely he is the forgiver and the merciful. قَالَ رَبِّ بِمَا أَنْعَمْتَ عَلَيَّ. Now he promised. He made a covenant with Allah. As you have blessed me, فَلَنْ أَكُونَ ظَهِيرًا لِلْمُجْرِمِينَ. In future I will never support any guilty person. فَأَصْبَحَ فِي الْمَدِينَةِ خَائِفًا. And in the morning next day, he was in the city fearful and vigilant. He was fearful maybe that the news that an Egyptian was killed by Moses might have reached the authorities, and they might be thinking about arresting him and doing something against him. So he was fearful. فَأَصْبَحَ فِي الْمَدِينَةِ خَائِفًا يَتَرَقَّبُ. And vigilant, seeing if something is coming from this side or that side. فَإِذَا الَّذِي اسْتَنْصَرَهُ بِالْأَمْسِ يَسْتَصْرِخُهُ. Suddenly he found that the same person who wanted his help the previous day, he is again crying for his help. قَالَ لَهُ مُوسَى إِنَّكَ لَغَوِيٌّ مُبِينٌ. On that Musa said, "You are surely one misled. You were fighting yesterday with one person. I helped you and he was killed. Now you have taken a quarrel with another person, so you seem to be a wrong person." فَلَمَّا أَنْ أَرَادَ. But because he was from Bani Israel, and the other person with whom he was fighting, even today, he was from the other party. فَلَمَّا أَنْ أَرَادَ يَبْتِشَ بِالَّذِي هُوَ عَدُوٌّ لَهُمَا. When he intended to seize the person who was the enemy to both, he said, that person to whom he had helped, he said, "Ya Musa turidu an taqtulani." He thought that because he had reproached him, now he is going to reprimand him, and he will take him to the task, and maybe he strikes him. So in that fear he said, "Ya Musa turidu an taqtulani kama qatalta nafsan bil ams." "Oh Musa, do you want to kill me? Just as you killed a person previous day? In turidu illa an takuna jabbaran." Surely, what you intend is to become a very big tyrant in the land. Fil ard. وَمَا تُرِيدُ أَن تَكُونَ مِنَ الْمُصْلِحِينَ. And you don't intend to be from among the reconcilers. وَجَاءَ رَجُلٌ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ يَسْعَىٰ. And at the same time, a person came running from the farthest end of the city. Qala ya Musa, he said, "O Musa, innal mala'a ya'tamiruna bik." The chiefs are counseling together in your case. لِيَقْتُلُوكَ. And the resolution is that now you should be killed. فَخْرُجْ إِنِّي لَكَ مِنَ النَّاصِحِينَ. So you run away from here. I am a very sincere advisor for you. If you want to save your life, now you run away from here. فَخَرَجَ مِنْهَا خَائِفًا. So Musa left Egypt, fearful. يَتَرَقَّبُ. And he was vigilant, looking to right and left and behind. Maybe he's being followed, somebody is coming after him. So in this way, he just left Egypt. قَالَ رَبِّ نَجِّنِي مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. And he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, "My Lord, deliver me from the evil-doing people." وَلَمَّا تَوَجَّهَ تِلْقَاءَ مَدْيَنَ. When he turned his face towards Madian. Now what is Madian? Geographically you should understand. You know the Sinai Peninsula. The Red Sea, when it ends in the north, it divides into two parts. Gulf of Suez, Gulf of Aqaba. And in between these two is the Sinai Peninsula. Now to the west of this Sinai Peninsula is Egypt. To the east here, there was the place where Madian was. And the people, lived there. The people of Madian. Now he had to cross whole of the Sinai Peninsula to go to Madian. The most difficult task. It's a awful desert. But he had to cross it. So when he turned his face towards Madian, he couldn't think of any other place to go and stay there and be secure that he will not be caught there. So he turned his face, started going towards Madian, and he said, "Asa Rabbi an yahdiyani sawa sabil." Maybe and I hope that my Lord will guide me on the right way. Right way to the Madian, to Madian. I am not lost in the desert. وَلَمَّا وَرَدَ مَا مَدِيَنَ. Now we don't know how much time he took for crossing on foot the whole Sinai Peninsula, the desert of Sinai. But when he arrived at the water wells of Madian, وَجَدَ عَلَيْهِ أُمَّةً. There he found a group of people, مِنَ النَّاسِ يَسْقُونَ. They were watering their flocks, sheep and goats, flocks coming, and from the well they are drinking and going. Then the next shepherd comes and he waters his flock. وَوَجَدَ مِن دُونِهِمْ إِمْرَأَتَيْنِ تَزُودَانِ. And he find besides them two women keeping back their flocks. They were stopping their, goats and sheep. They shouldn't advance. قَالَ مَا خَطْبُكُمَا. He asked them, "What's the matter with you? Why are you not going forward and taking your flocks to drink water?" قَالَتَا. Both of them said, "لَا نَسْقِي." We don't water our flocks. حَتَّى يُسْدَرَ الرِّعَاء. Till that time that all these shepherds are gone. وَأَبُونَا شَيْخٌ كَبِيرٌ. And our father is a very old person, old man. He's so old, he can't, enter into any fight with anybody here. So if we scuffle with these people, this is my turn, how are you coming? So we can't take that risk. So when all of them have taken their flocks and watered them, then we take the chance. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Azim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikril hakim. Allah